guys.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in this wonderful world. As you can see, I am Raz. That is Stephen. I have slightly redecorated the back area of my house, or the room I'm in, because it's going to be fucking hot the next few days. So put up some curtains.
Here.
Yeah, put up some curtains, and we got some little Christmas lights going as well. So it's getting around that time of year for everyone. And we're making it a little bit Christmassy in this house. I say a little bit because, how are you, my friend?
I am doing all right, buddy. How you been doing?
I'm alive. I'm breathing. I am here. I am barely awake. I'm guessing you meant to say snow, not show. Good to see C. Henry and Alex in the chat. C. Henry got in early. Thank you for that, C. Henry. Yes, he meant snow.
Well, no, y'all can have it in Chicago. Because we here in Mississippi, they can't do. They don't know how to drive in snow here.
I would love snow, but we don't really get it where I am. So it happens in my state. It just doesn't happen in the area that I live.
Well, don't get me wrong. I like snow. Don't get me wrong, though. But I don't want a whole lot of it. It's just I don't like to drive in it.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Not very.
I can assure you that here in Australia, if we got snow in the major cities, people would be absolutely fucking retarded and not know how to drive, and we would have probably the largest amount of crashes in the world. So that's just being honest. Stephen, we have to go into this show.
Yeah. I don't know what's worse. Remember that last worst episode there? Who was upset about?
Yep. Okay. Looking at the card going into it, looking at objectively. So no pre-knowledge of what's going to happen on the show, but looking at the card going into it, what did you think we were going to get tonight? What did you think you would have rated this show?
2.25 out of 5.
That's before or after watching the show?
Well, the matches was, I thought it would be 3.5 out of 5. What the card looks like.
Yeah, I was expecting 3.5. Yeah. I was expecting at least a 3.5 going into the show. I thought we'd get some extra build on the stories. C. Henry says he gave it a -1.
These promos sucked the life of the show, though.
So before, C. Henry gave it a 3 and then gave it a -1 after.
The promos sucked the life of the show. These promos. There's too many promos on the show. It's always before the go-home show, Raz. There's always way too many promos.
Yeah.
Less wrestling.
I went into this show thinking a 3.5, at least looking at the card. I left this show and had a nap.
Yeah.
I had a nap.
Hey, that's very rare when it comes to Raz. Having a nap, watching Dynamite, y'all.
Yeah. I did not enjoy this show. I really did not enjoy this show. This show felt to me so underwhelming. If I have to put this in a rating between 1 to 5, and I can't do a negative rating because I want to put it in between or 0, like 1 to 5. I have to put this at a 1.5.
Yeah, I
have to put this show as a 1.5. I can't put it any higher. I
understand that.
It did not give me any hype. Why was Bobby's first match tonight and not the pay-per-view?
Well, you gotta give him a impromptu match though before his pay-per-view match. So somehow,
good question. I think that they did it just so that they could further the story with Swerve and build that to the story, which we get that.
Yeah,
we get that, but it's not as it should be.
Mhm.
We got the opening of the show with the November Rain video package, or the new November Rain
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses video that they're having. See, Henry, you're not fucking wrong.
Yep.
You're not wrong. The pay-per-view is going to be amazing because that's what AEW does. AEW does amazing pay-per-view.
But here's my beef, Raz. The go-home shows are not very good. Don't you think the go-home shows, they had to get going pretty good? You got to have a great go-home show, entice people to buy the pay-per-view.
100%. 100%. You want people coming off this show and turning around and going, I need to fucking buy that. I need to see what happens.
But tonight's episode, just don't show it.
No, this happened with All Out.
Yeah.
All Out. They gave us probably the second worst show ever. You guys know how much I represent AEW.
I love AEW too. You know, I
look right behind me. You look right behind me. There's a belt. There's the flag. I went to London twice. I've been to London twice, and I was going to go to All In Texas.
I wish I have the money to go, buddy.
I'm second guessing Texas right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I still want to. Don't get me wrong. I still want to go.
I want to go so bad, man. I really do.
Purely for the experience of in America, getting to catch up with yourself, ABJ, ABJ's brother Lily, and who the others that are going to be that were going to be coming. But after tonight's episode, I honestly don't know. I don't know. I don't know if the hype is going to be there for it.
It depends on what direction they're going as far as full gear in World's End.
Yeah.
It's the two big ones. It's be the question marks right here for going into 25.
Yep. I think maybe we need a hard reset in 2025, like a full hard reset, where it's just a complete overhaul of everything. Let's get to smaller venues. Let's get to fucking different stage design.
They're going to take more collision episodes too this year.
Let's get to a stage design or a set design where you can have a small entry like the original All In had, where it was a tiny entry. Okay, you had this big stage area, but you had a tiny entry ramp that they walked through, and the crowd was interactive with people. This giant area around the ring, it doesn't feel good to me. It makes me feel like the shows aren't. I get that they're the second biggest company in America. I get that, and I get they are the second biggest company technically second biggest company worldwide, but it doesn't feel like the shows used to.
Yeah.
Like the crowd feels pushed back, and the environment is not as embracing. Embracing is the word I want to use here.
Yeah.
I don't feel like they're embracing the hype that they had. I think that definitely they need to do something.
Maybe the one people in the back are confused far as direction wise, what's going on,
Who knows, man? Who knows? After the November Rain video package, we go straight to the opening match of the night, which is a star-studded fucking banger, or what should be a star-studded banger of a match. Ospreay, Hobbs, Davis, Ricochet versus the Don Callis family. This should be amazing. You should be I should be sitting on the edge of my seat going, holy shit, what the fuck has just happened? But this falls to the category of, to me, WCW did it, WWE did it. Putting a multi-person match the week before the pay-per-view with the competitors who are going into matches in the pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make sense.
No.
It never made sense. I never understood it. Because all you're doing is defeating the purpose of people buying your pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
And because you've seen them fight on national TV or free TV. Like, you're not giving them the reason to see the pay-per-view. Okay, we're getting Ospreay versus Fletcher at the pay-per-view, but you got them fighting tonight in that match.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you had multiple other people, but still, it's that bothers me. I never understood why WCW did it, and I never understood when WWE has done it, and I don't understand AEW doing it. I really fucking
out of that 8-man tag, Ospreay and Fletcher's the only ones wrestling on that card.
And Ricochet versus Takeshita.
Oh, that's on there too?
Yeah, for the international title.
Okay.
In my opinion, Tony Khan has a lot on his plate and needs to hire a president of operations to help run the day-to-day business.
Tony Khan's going to be bald by the end of 2025.
I think you're not wrong, but I think what he needs to do is not necessarily hire a president of operations. He needs to release control of the stories backstage. He needs to release control of that. He needs to release it to someone, a team of people who know what they're doing.
What Tony Khan needs, he needs somebody that has a wrestling mind that knows the business in and out.
He's got that in his company. That's the thing. He has that in his company. While he was there, they had William Regal. They have Danielson.
Arn Anderson.
They had Arn Anderson. I mean, I wouldn't have put Arn Anderson at that level because of his age and what he was doing, but you had people like
good health wise either. But
you have people like William Regal, who you could easily put into a position like that. Or now that Danielson's not wrestling, put him in that position. Even make him an on-screen authority character so that it works. Like, he's on-screen authority, and in backstage he's a trusted authority because he's already trusted backstage.
Well, you got Jake the Snake and you got Don Callis.
Yeah. Fucking bring in Scott D'Amore. Bring him in. He's got the Canadian company, but bring him in. Get him into the show. Get him working with you. Make this a company that make AEW great again.
Yep.
The new MAGA.
Well, not only that, if you get Scott D'Amore in AEW, you might get more people in the Canadian market to like AEW.
C. Henry says, partner up with Freddie Prinze Jr.
No, thank you.
You could. Like, he's a part of a creative team. Like, just do something here, Tony. Fix this. I want this company to survive. I want to be able to do this show quite frequently.
It's starting to like WCW, like versus NWO, a little bit in a way.
It's
a little bit.
It's an attempt at that, but in not a good way.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Takeshita wins the match after pinning Davis, who gets hit by Ospreay with the hidden blade. Teasing that Mark, they're teasing Mark is going to join the family, obviously, here. That Mark Davis.
And also about that match, Hobbs got carted out.
Mm.
Went to the locker room and he came back. With that.
Yeah. We then go to a video package with the Death Riders. Moxley calls Orange Cassidy a snake. And then Claudio goes on a rant about Darby. After that, we get a video from Darby saying that Claudio is going to be the first to have his day. Then we see the Hurt Syndicate arriving, and they announce that Bobby Lashley's having his first match. It had already been announced before we went to that segment, so it was no big surprise. Swerve attacks Lashley in that match. Hi, DM. Thank you for joining us.
I don't put up with such bad language, DM. You go to your room.
Well, because he said sup.
No,
because he said sup. Listen to Daddy Steven. Swerve attacks Lashley and then runs off. Then we go to a segment with Adam Cole. Then Kyle O'Reilly comes out and we have a segment standoff sort of thing between those two. Don't know what we're building to here. Are we going to push Adam Cole as the next one to go for Moxley? Maybe.
I'm thinking either Omega or Copeland.
Who knows? He said, Steven. Then we go to Orange Cassidy backstage, who says for the conglomeration to stay out of it. We go to a second match of the night, Chris Statlander versus Hikaru Shida. Statlander wins. Mercedes comes out as expected. Sends
Camille. When she's wearing arm sling.
Camille into the ring, and Camille is looking fucking useless, right?
With a sling in her arm. Jeez.
I was hoping that we get a face turn from Camille here, but I think we're going to get that possibly in the future.
I think by the end of the year we will.
I think that possibly we get Camille being the one to take the belt off of Mercedes. I kind of hope that that's the case. And we get Mercedes away from camera for a while. MVP and Shelton are shown backstage, and they attack some random dude because he's wearing Swerve's jacket. Then we get a video package for Hangman and Jay White. That has potential to be the show stealer at Full Gear.
Mm-hmm.
We move on to Bobby Lashley versus Joe Keys and the AEW debut of Cheeseburger, the Worldwide Dojo's Cheeseburger. 2 seconds.
No problem. And Bobby Lashley threw a cheeseburger like a lawn dart.
So we see the debut of the Worldwide Dojo's Cheeseburger, the old ROH Cheeseburger, who's trained many of the stars that we actually know. Lashley gets the Hurt Lock in on Joe Keys, and then after the match, this Swerve attacks Lashley again. Gets one up on him with the chain. Then we go to Mariah and Mina backstage. Clearly here, we're going to have Mina turn on Mariah at the pay-per-view.
Unless Mariah beats Mina to it.
I think we're getting... Now, this is the reason I say this is what I think we're getting here is we are getting, because it's been announced that Tony Storm is retiring from professional wrestling. What I think we're getting is a retirement of the timeless Tony Storm gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
and we're getting a reinvented gimmick, or a brand new gimmick for her.
Or Tony Storm might return.
That's what I mean. We're getting her coming back, but not as timeless Tony Storm.
No.
I think we're going to get possibly the rebel Tony,
like she was in WWE.
Yeah. And when she first came to AEW. We then go to Darby versus Claudio, which Claudio wins. Thank fuck for that.
Darby got his butt whooped. I mean, literally got his butt whooped.
We have that table spot was horrendous.
Yeah, it was.
That table spot was horrendous. Darby should have died once again, but hasn't. How that kid survives, I don't know.
Darby losing was my match of the night.
We go backstage to Private Party talking about their title match. They get interrupted by some fucking douchebag that no one really cares about.
Yeah. And
his fucking kid who looks like a dickhead. Yes, I said it. I'm gonna start and fight.
Like father, like son.
If they see this, good on them. I think your fucking content is shit, and I don't understand it. MJF video of him running a promo on Roddy Strong. We then go to Roddy Strong interview with Tony Schiavone, which leads into a Garcia and Jack Perry video segment.
Sorry, excuse me.
That's fine. Then we go to the Jericho Ishii segment, which for a Jericho segment was kind of funny.
It was, because Ishii's like following Jericho like he's Michael Myers trying to...
I don't know if you've seen in the group chat. Someone posted it in the group chat.
I think I missed it.
Let me see if I can find it. I don't know how well this is going to be on my camera because of... It says Jericho segment, me just trying to watch Dynamite. And I agree 100% with that. Ishii being like, the Jericho segment is stalking you. I agree, and it is a great meme, and that meme is brought to you by Kai, of course. It's brought to you by Kai. Shout out to my boy, or to our dude Kai for that. That was amazing.
Yeah, I miss him in the chat here. He usually comes by every now and then.
Shithead's probably busy.
Yeah, I understand that.
But anyway, that was funny. We then go to Jamie Hayter being interviewed, who is interrupted again by Julia Hart's promo vignette thing. And then we go to the main event, which is Yuta versus Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy wins. The Death Riders end up attacking after the match. And no one saves Cassidy. No.
Because Orange asked him not to
get correct.
Yep.
Correct. All in all, a 1.5 out of 5.
Yeah.
If I was to rate this out of 10, it's still a 1.5 out of 10. Absolutely fucking horrible show.
It was a horrible show. I agree, man.
I did not enjoy it at all. I was expecting better from this, from what I saw on the card.
The matches, the card looks good on paper.
Yeah. But no, we got a shit show, a shit show with really shit segments. So
Yep, DM, full gears in 3 days. We're about ready to do our predictions here in a minute or two here.
Yep, give me a moment and
No problem, buddy.
we will start on our full gear predictions. I'm just going to try and find something.
Don't care about the 0 hour match for the record.
I don't think anybody cares about that match except for
I
maybe
don't.
DM. Maybe DM does because he's a fucking weird. He's weird like that, and it is DM after all. So
Well, I'm sure DM's not the only one who likes those guys.
I know I sure as fuck don't. I don't even know who the fuck they are, really, to be honest. They don't make sense.
You know what Costco's is, don't you?
Of course I know. I worked at a fucking Costco.
Well, never mind then.
Sorry, that was mean. That was mean. I worked at a Costco, so yes, I do know.
I really didn't know that till now.
Um,
The double chunk chocolate cookies. Whatever you say, DM.
I don't care about their double chunk chocolate cookie fucking bullshit. Their double chunk chocolate cookie can fucking rot in hell for all I care. Like,
They're gonna make those guys look good. QT is gonna make them look good. So
100%.
I'm not. I'm just. It's a waste. I'm skipping the 0 hour. That's the only match. I'm pretty sure. Unless they.
Sure, it is.
Unless they add some more matches last minute.
That's last year's. That's not this year's.
For Rampage was.
Yeah, maybe. Sorry, I'm just looking.
Quite all right, man. Quite all right.
What am I looking for? Where am I looking? That's fine. That'll do. That'll do. Is up? Chicken bakes? What the fuck are you talking about, DM? What the hell are you talking about?
He's talking about the food at Costco's.
Okay. You're a weirdo. You're a weirdo, DM, and that doesn't make sense. I mean, it does. Okay. Let's get into our predictions for Full Gear, shall we?
Sure.
What is that? Oh, there we go. I could have brought this up instead. So we've added some matches since this original thing has been posted, and we've also added some contenders. So in the four-way tag match, we've got House of Black and the Acclaimed. We've also added Osprey and Fletcher, and I believe Takeshita's getting his match, and we've added Lashley versus, or obviously we've got Lashley versus. So. What?
He's saying, he said, no, I'm a lazy otter.
Yeah, fair enough. I believe that. Let's start with this one. Lashley versus Strickland. Who do you think's going to win? Who do you think's going to what do you think's going to happen?
I don't think it's going to be a winner. No, man,
I can agree with that.
I think they're going to drag it out for a rematch at World's End.
Or if there's a winner, it's going to be Lashley. I agree with your statement that there's probably not going to be a winner, but if there is, it's going to be Lashley.
Yeah, because I think it's not going to be a winner. I think we might get a surprise to help Swerve.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be some kind of stipulation at World's End with those.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. I think possibly going to lead to a to a chain match or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. This match here, the TNT title, Jack Perry versus Daniel Garcia for the AEW TNT Championship.
Perry retains.
Perry retains. I hope so.
I like to see Perry retain.
I hope so because I like that belt.
Yeah, it is a good title. Yeah.
Next up, we have this shithole of a match.
Unfortunately, Mercedes retains. I can't picture Statlander winning.
Yeah, Mercedes retains. I think we get possibly a turning of Camille.
If not, it'll be at World's End.
Yeah. And the main event, Orange Cassidy versus John Moxley. What do you think?
Moxley retains.
Moxley retains.
I think that
Yep. I think that Moxley retains by choking the shit out of
Orange.
Him. Orange. Jay White versus Hangman.
Hangman. Third match at World's End.
To get his first win.
2 out of 3 falls at World's End.
Yeah. I think Hangman as well to get his first win over Jay White. And I don't have a graphic for it, but Ospreay versus Carl Fletcher.
My opinion, that match will be best of the night, and I'm going to pick Ospreay.
Okay. You picking Ospreay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just going to look. That's it for the matches anyway.
In the tag team title match, I'm picking House of Black to win the tag titles.
Duh. I'm fucking stupid.
Sorry.
That's my fault. I think, the tag match. C. Henry says it's going to be an upset, so he's thinking Carl Fletcher wins. I kind of agree.
Think Fletcher wins?
I kind of agree that Fletcher wins, only to further the story.
Screwdriver?
Possibly. Or we get shenanigans and we get a debut for some of the United Empire.
Yeah, I could see what you all are saying about Fletcher because of Mark Davis.
Yeah. All in all, I think the pay-per-view is going to be good. This episode of Dynamite was fucking terrible. I'm not going to bullshit. If people want to argue with it, that's a them problem, but it was fucking boring.
And for future booking-wise, FDR is going to turn on the Outrunners. The Acclaim's going to break up.
I think that Davis might stay with Ospreay, to be honest. I think that I don't think that Davis will join Fletcher. But I think there'll be shenanigans.
Yeah, I can't picture Callis having 2 tag teams.
Yeah. I think the way they're trying to build Fletcher, they're trying to build him as a single star, and it's a smart move.
Mm-hmm.
It's a smart move for him. He needs to stand out.
Yeah.
I think we get the return. As I said, I think we do get a return at the pay-per-view. So I think that we get the return of Tony Storm, but it's Tony Storm. It's not timeless Tony Storm.
Yeah.
So you think that Mox will debut a new title design soon?
I think they're going to wait till World's End for the new title design.
A new title 5 years in.
Yeah.
You reckon? I mean, it's a sexy fucking title.
Yeah.
It's a sexy fucking title. And yes, I know I've been swearing a lot, but
free country.
Especially here in Australia. What are they going to do? Sue me? Good luck. No, they just won't monetize me because I swear too much. Look, I have hope for AEW in over the next year.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't have a feeling on it right now in regards to weekly shows.
Yeah.
I think weekly shows suck ass. And I even say that in regards to WWE. I think that weekly shows suck ass for them.
I think some people are the companies probably start panicking a little bit because the lack of ticket sales.
Rumor is that the ticket sales here in Australia have stopped. There's a belief that they've only sold 10,000 tickets
Mm-hmm.
for Grand Slam. And there's been a glitch in the system. You cannot currently buy tickets for it, but it's showing as allocation exhausted, which generally means the show is sold out.
Oh, so it's sold out now.
I don't know, unless in a period of like 48 hours, 40,000 people bought tickets. I don't know what's going on.
So why is everybody saying 10,000 tickets sold?
Because from the pre-sale to the day that the issue happened,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong there, C. Henry. The women's title has changed design 3 times.
So is the international title too, didn't it?
No, the international has changed from being called the All Atlantic title to being called the international title.
Yeah.
And temporarily the American title.
Yeah.
By MJ.
Yeah.
The 2 belts that have changed the most are the TNT and the Women's World Championship.
And the
TNT, like 14 different designs.
Well, trios changes twice.
Yep. So the trios has changed for the Acclaimed. They had the pink belts. And the House of Black had an all like white gold silvery looking like a white gold belt or plate on theirs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they had black straps. So but yeah, I don't know what's going to happen within the next few months in regards to AEW. The international and women's look about the same. They are styled on the same design. Except the women's obviously slightly different for what it is. I got nothing else to say, really.
Well, hopefully the pay-per-view Saturday night will. By the way, would you want to do a post show after the pay-per-view? If you're up
4 hours. It's 4 hours. Remember that. The pay-per-views are 4 hours.
Well,
it's going to be about 10.
Well, we'll talk. We'll probably talk about the Dynamite post show before you talk about the Dynamite, if you want to.
If it's 4 hours and it starts at 8 o'clock,
it's going to be 4 hours.
It's going to be midnight your time.
Yeah, true. Well, then
that's if it starts at 8 o'clock your time.
They're probably better talk about Wednesday for Dynamite post show before you talk about the Dynamite show.
I'm not cutting it down. I'm not saying it's an ultimate no. We may come in on Saturday or Friday night after our 5-year, which we've got coming up. Where is that thing? This week no, that's not the one.
Well, we're going to do the Rampage one.
That's the wrong one.
Oh,
give me a second. I need to get.
No problem, buddy.
I deleted the wrong one.
Uh-oh.
I deleted the wrong one and put up the. My bad.
We had a special request from the only Twitch follower.
Yep, they're doing
A Rampage.
We're doing a special 5-year review. It's only going to be a really short one this week.
Oh,
We
yeah.
are doing AEW or Raz presents AEW Rampage 5-year review. This is going to be the first ever episode of Rampage where Kenny Omega faces Christian Cage for the Impact World Championship.
Mm-hmm.
This is we will be doing we are not doing First Dance this time round. That we might do next week. That's First Dance is obviously the debut of CM Punk.
Yeah.
But we're going to do we are going to do the first ever episode of Rampage. So this is the one before the First Dance. Don't know why they decided this. It was weird, made no sense, but okay. I guess it was contracts at the time. Other than that, there's nothing else to really say. Just fuck the Costco guys. They're going to be terrible. So I don't really give a fuck about them and their bullshit match. Yes, you are right. He can't stop talking about him. I saw an interview with him recently where he said he wasted matches in AEW, but doesn't make sense.
He should have took the money.
Yeah. Other than that, we are out of here. We are going to get out of here. Thank you, everyone, for being here.
Thanks for everybody tuning in.
And it has been great to have you here. Give me a second. Sorry.
No problem, buddy. No problem. But if anybody in the chat, if you guys want any special requests for 5-year review, which show you guys want to, just let us know. We'll see what we can go from there.
If you guys have any requests in regards to the AEW 5-year review that we do, whether it be a Dynamite, a Rampage, Collision,
no pay-per-views. No pay-per-views though. Not yet.
At this time, no pay-per-views because that's going to make it a fucking 16-hour day for us.
Yes.
And that's going to be hectic as fuck. So,
but
we will eventually get to pay-per-views. And if you want to do a pay-per-view, you let us know. There is a section in my Discord for you to do that. So, in the Discord. So, anyway, we are out of here. I've been Raz. That's been Steven. And
bye, guys.